review today we got why elite bodybuilders keep dying. Like, comment, subscribe, grind the cage into 1 mil.
I'm going to win this show or I'm going to die.
Bodybuilding could be a very ugly world that people aren't aware
A lot of them die because they're on steroids.
of, you know, shit that goes on.
To think that he's in this soil right now,
Not to be rude.
making me a little emotional.
There's a rising crisis going on in modern bodybuilding.
I got a list of 50,
And a lot of painkillers.
and there's 50 pros that I know about that have died. What about amateurs?
The glamorized industry has a dark side that some organizations and coaches would rather keep hidden.
Becoming a ticking time bomb.
At the top of the iceberg, the risks of elite bodybuilding are clear.
Steroids will kill you.
But when we go deeper, we see a lot more going on, and the consequences are becoming increasingly fatal.
More bad news from the bodybuilding world, unfortunately. Sean the Dinosaur Davis, Joe Lindner, Sean Roden, Gustavo Bedell, Ilya Golem, Edric McMillan.
Let these people know really what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This was my introduction to bodybuilding, so how did it turn into this?
So many of those guys have their stomachs sticking out. It used to be that you should have a V-shaped body. Now, kind of like a bottle. People do not come to a show to see bellies. And if they want to do that, they go to a maternity ward or something like that.
This look is known as Palumboism, coined after the bodybuilder Dave Palumbo.
The fuck?
It's likely due to aggressive PED use, helping bodybuilders get bigger and leaner than ever.
Each generation of bodybuilders are pushing the chemical envelope a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more.
Arnold often calls out winners with bubble guts, getting them to hit old school poses that accentuate the modern flaws.
Let's see one more double bicep shot. With a great vacuum, show them now how to do that. Watch this, guys. What this? What this? Look at that. Show your vacuum. It's a vacuum pose. Watch this, guys.
A vacuum pose?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at his vacuum. Look at this.
Fans were quick to suggest that Arnold knew exactly what he was doing here.
You're ripped, you're huge, no stomach, no nothing, no problems.
Perhaps a lighthearted joke, but it's a warning for the more insidious issues going on in bodybuilding.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style, at
That whole bodybuilding world is so strange because it literally is impossible to compete without steroids.
Literally.
No secret that they work. This is a natural bodybuilder, holding up a photo of her son, Boston Lloyd. He went on to become an enhanced bodybuilder, achieving this transformation in just a year.
What the fuck? 1 year of steroid use.
This motherfucker look like he just came out the hyperbolic time chamber.
In 20
That ass, that fucking, when you go in, like Captain America chamber, when they put the skinny guy in, they just change them up unless he's all buff.
20, he was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure after injecting himself with large doses of a peptide that causes weight loss in monkeys. His desperate mother tried to seek out help from Dr. Phil, but by 29 years old,
Dr. Phil?
too late.
Boston Lloyd has passed.
The autopsy revealed an aortic dissection, along with a severely thickened heart muscle and liver, likely caused by PEDs as the cause of death. A similar thing happened to Dallas McCarver. A few years after collapsing on stage,
Oh my god.
passed away, his heart almost 3 times larger than average. A study found heart attacks to be one of the leading causes of deaths in bodybuilders. You see, PEDs can result in the heart growing larger, often increasing bad cholesterol, which clogs the arteries, meanwhile damaging the liver. Dallas's liver was over 3 times larger than the average person.
Wow.
Perhaps more disturbing is sludge blood. PEDs can make blood thicker. These clots can block blood flow to vital organs, so some bodybuilders drain their blood.
You could pour it upside down and the blood was solid. That's how thick it was.
Side effects are becoming increasingly common.
What the fuck?
Bodybuilders are pushed to take more potent enhancements, which is why experienced pros are concerned.
The internet is a source of information, which information is good, but you got a lot of information.
It's this information that allows bodybuilders to experiment with research chemicals and advanced pharmacology to push to new limits.
What I'm told by people that are just taking it recreationally, they're taking, I'm saying, mate, you're taking more than I took for Mr. Olympia.
Many already have
What the fuck?
predispositions that these substances exacerbate. Substances which can have worrying effects on your brain.
Every day that I'm on high doses, I wake up in the morning afraid of the rest of my day.
This is kind of how I felt as a teenager, when it was -5 outside and I had rugby first lesson at school. Aside from trying to bulk up, I used to use the gym to de-stress. So when I picked up a big injury, with lockdown on top, I was without my coping mechanism. Which is why I'm proud to announce that today's video,
Oh no.
videos neglect green. It's like heads
didn't make me more jacked, I would still take them just because of how it affects me mentally. Testosterone will change 90% of men's lives for the better.
Bodybuilders in today's more honest social media landscape love to talk about how steroids make them feel.
Today, we're gonna be talking about what it feels like to be on trend. When it's fucking time to go, it's fucking time to go.
Mentally, you become the main character.
But there's growing evidence
Take trend with those trends
to suggest that not all of these effects are positive.
It's going to make your temper very short.
Intrusive thoughts. I think about violence all the time.
Irritable, angry, anxious, night sweats. Like, I got the most side effects from trend in all these drugs.
Yet, the temptation to use steroids is a running joke in the
I've come to the dark side. Nah, that dudes who haven't benched 3. Damn.
fitness industry. It's easy to forget that the mental consequences for bodybuilders can be
It's only good for right now, but like later on in life, your body's gonna look so weird.
fatal.
I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna make the move up into open bodybuilding. Love you all, and keep following, guys.
That was Neil Curry's last YouTube video, before tragically passing away after becoming very isolated and depressed. His parents stating the chemicals had negatively affected his mental health. We can't claim causation here, but steroids alter your hormonal levels and how you think, so elite bodybuilding dosages come with significant psychological risks. This is something bodybuilders only often notice when coming off of PEDs.
And I did the Master Olympia gear free, guys. I'm sitting there, it's like a mind F. And I'm wondering, like, why the heck am I not crazy? Why am I not feeling way worse than I normally should? I was like, oh my God, I'm not doing steroids. I'm not doing steroids.
But the cognitive effects can go far beyond a more unstable mental state.
Another one is a marked proximate reduction of IQ. I'm on a considerable dose of anabolics, and I can feel it. It's this fog.
But it's not just the heavy required pharmacology that's contributing to the early bodybuilder deaths, but the psychological pressures of the sport.
In the fitness industry, it's the only place that you get rewarded for having a drug problem and an eating disorder.
No, for real.
Yeah. If you combine the two, you get a pro card. Clip that.
Or even a gold medal.
As a result of this, muscle dysmorphia is rife, with a new popular term being used.
I would definitely say I had bigorexia because never satisfied, simply never satisfied.
In 1985, the People's Magazine coined the term bigorexia, a psychological condition marked by a negative body image and an obsessive desire to have a muscular physique.
I've met many of the most massive bodybuilders around the world, and I have met a number of them that do not understand how large they are.
Extreme sports attract extreme people.
And I would always feel insecure. Like back.
What the?
And the way I picked out
you know what?
all of my clothes was what made me look biggest.
But there's a reason you hear about more bodybuilders dying young than cage fighters. It's not bigorexia or the pressure that kills bodybuilders. It's what they do in response to it.
You know how many drug addicts are in bodybuilding? A tremendous amount. Because they're chasing something, but they're not winning something.
As unrelatable as it may be, when your family, your finances, and your reputation are all dependent on you outcompeting hundreds of other bodybuilders, dangerous extremes become inevitable. Before I could comprehend the deeper parts of this iceberg, I needed to understand the psychological side and the pressures that bodybuilders can endure. For many bodybuilders, this alone can lead to their downfall, but it's often the result of an undetected condition.
That's one of the most overlooked silent killers of muscular guys.
Imagine having the following symptoms, yet no doctor can tell you what's going on.
And the first time I got some sort of clarification was when I went to see a psychiatrist with extreme depression and anxiety.
It's believed up to 80% of people who suffer with this are undiagnosed.
I stopped breathing between 30 to 50 times per hour. I was getting around 30 minutes of restful sleep per night. How can any person survive on that?
The root cause? Obstructive sleep apnea.
People can die, yeah. You can't get into deep REM because you wake up every 2 minutes. Like choking.
You're basically restricting oxygen and killing yourself slowly every single night.
A serious condition that commonly affects overweight individuals.
Previous coach of mine, Mike Jenkins, he passed away in 2013 because of sleep apnea.
The solution? This is a CPAP machine. a necessary device for many bodybuilders to breathe while sleeping.
I was told by my sleep specialist, he said, if I didn't get a CPAP machine when I did, I would have had a stroke by the time I was 30.
There's a reason you don't see many 300-pound 70-year-olds walking around. But while it seems like bodybuilders are most at risk at their peak size, it's often the run-up to competitions that proves the most fatal, with many reaching into the dangerous world of diuretics.
If you're taking anatomy and physiology for the first time, I can guarantee it's not like any course that you've ever taken. And that's why...
This is footage of 26-year-old Antonio Souza. You can see something looks off. Shortly after, he passed away with diuretics the cause of death.
Some guys and girls use diuretics to lose body water, and you lose a lot of electrolytes. Electrolytes regulate heartbeat, so if they get really out of whack.
These have claimed the lives of many other bodybuilders, trying to achieve a dry look on stage.
Back in the 90s, there was a guy called Andy Hornby. Early 20s, he died backstage or something, I think.
What the fuck, backstage?
Because of the dehydration.
Yeah, that's diuretic use.
Yeah.
Diuretics are real danger and can be deaths left and right.
And they're increasingly being misused.
Because, man, that's heart blood. That's blood pressure meds, man. Like, what are you doing?
Jody Engel won her pro card in 2020, but was later hospitalized with rhabdomyolysis, acute kidney injury, and cellulitis linked to diuretic overuse, and now needs to take a concoction of medications for the rest of her life, stating she would give her pro card back in an instant, just for one day to live in her old body.
Diuretics are very dangerous.
Dude, Ronnie had 13 back surgeries, bro. Can't even walk straight. He walks like this.
They will
Crazy.
kill you.
Despite this, the abuse of diuretics and experimental compounds is on the rise, with some placing the blame on the coaches providing them.
Because I'm telling you, some of, if not the most famous coaches in the entire world couldn't give two shits about your health. And why do I know this? Because I've been sent their plans.
Extreme coaches.
He was working with Dallas McCarver. When he started working with Dallas McCarver, I said Dallas has 6 months to live. He died 8 months later.
That was Sean Ray, calling out a prominent bodybuilding coach.
Chad's got blood all over his hands, man. There's at least 5 deaths. Don Youngblood, Nasser El Somebody,
Damn.
Dallas McCarver, and a few other people that he's
Those are huge, though.
had his relationships with as a bodybuilding coach that are dead and in the ground, and he hadn't gone to one funeral.
The role of an elite bodybuilding coach is often to help the bodybuilders tread the thin line between life and death leading up to a show. It's a grey area.
Doctors wouldn't even touch a lot of these bodybuilders because there's no evidence on, like, you're not going to advise somebody on taking Trenbolone that's only used in veterinary scenarios. Like, you'd lose your license and it's completely unethical.
So coaches often provide illicit substances in dosages without formal training or medical licenses.
It's fine if everything goes right and it works because you're... What happens when it doesn't go right, or your body reacts slightly differently?
Bodybuilders die,
Exactly.
with coaches facing criticism, such as the so-called guru of death.
This guy, they're saying he killed 5 people. He's telling me, no, I only killed 2 people. So I was like, what kind of person says that? No, bro, it's 2 people, not 5. You get it right. Like.
But as bodybuilder Luke Sando stated, shortly before passing away, we play with fire in this game. Sometimes things get burned. As stated in medical disclaimers when working with bodybuilding coaches, it's the clients who are ultimately responsible for their health.
He doesn't seem to be an evil guy. I don't get that impression. I get them.
Is I never once saw him as an evil guy.
Yeah.
Even when I read that insane diuretic protocol, that I own it. I laughed at it and said, if this doesn't kill me, I'll be shocked.
Perhaps most coaches are mitigating the damage bodybuilders do to themselves. You would like to think so, but it's a dangerous game.
Literally, they really walk that fine line between life and death. And they know they're pushing the envelope. And they do it anyway because of the accolades, the possible potential accolades and the money and the new clients that they might garner from this notoriety. And you guys know exactly who you are.
But many are concerned with the false security that seemingly knowledgeable coaches provide.
I can see why somebody might just blindly follow a plan because that's what's been encouraged in this industry, unfortunately.
And with PEDs and all that stuff, like, you have to be very, very careful because people have died.
So,
listen.
Why, despite all of these recent deaths, do bodybuilders continue to use experimental compounds, often mixed in with recreational drugs and risky medications? Some coaches argue that a lot of these poor decisions are the result of a psychological phenomenon known as summit fever.
And what happens in mountain climbing, when you get to within a mile of the summit of the mountain, you get what's called summit fever. And what that does is it makes you set aside every safety rule, everything that could keep you healthy, everything that you know might kill you, because all you see is that summit, that goal. And it happens within the last mile of a mountain climb. And it's a huge phenomenon. The top mile of any huge mountain is littered with corpses. And now so is bodybuilding for the same reason.
Elite bodybuilders are often at their unhealthiest point when they step up on stage.
People that don't know, when you see a bodybuilder on stage and they're fully shredded and ripped and flexing, they are so dehydrated. They're ready to black out.
Pass out.
But this is a time to push things to the limit.
Are you truly doing whatever it takes to reach your goals?
The opportunity to make all of their hard work and sacrifice worth something. Meanwhile, the trainers are looking to make a name for themselves.
They have summit fever, sometimes as bad as the competitors do.
A mixture of all of these factors has people very concerned about the future of bodybuilding.
The sad state of bodybuilding, unpopular opinion. Someone is literally going to have to die on stage before something changes in bodybuilding.
That's true.
You might be owed $85,000 for your accident like I was, and not even know it. Meanwhile,
even then,
trainers aren't going to change.
Yep.
People want to see these monsters. And so they will continue to produce monsters. They're going to continue to reward that, and the stakes are going to get higher, and therefore the usage is going to get higher.
Despite its appeal, bodybuilding has a dark side that federations, coaches and brands often prefer to hide. Many fans believe more should be done to protect competitors' health, perhaps by drawing inspiration from the sport's early days.
Because look at the old days when Steve Reeves won. When Steve Reeves won,
and you saw him on the beach, you say to yourself, I would love to have this guy's body. But that's not what you can say about those guys the day they win those competitions.
This is why Arnold wants the classic physique to be as big as the open. And the natural bodybuilding community is growing, with bodybuilders warning of the risks.
Go get yourself checked out, get everything checked, because I didn't realize what was going on inside me till they actually went in and looked.
all these motherfuckers got health problems. All of them, bro.
Why do you think
even that guy did?
Haven't competed in several years now?
Me personally, my advice to you, unless you're competing, don't take any steroids.
This is why raising awareness of the darker side is crucial, especially for younger people, who are often only shown the glamorous aspects. Bodybuilding got me interested in fitness, but its darker side is what got me interested in health. For many bodybuilders, it's a passion worth dying for, and many more will die incredibly young. As people remark, at least they died doing what they loved. But perhaps the best way to honor late bodybuilders is to avoid making the same mistakes.
For sure, who I am is not a bodybuilder. There's more to me than that. I'll be happy without it.
And this sport is not worth dying for.
No, there's much more to life than working out. We're talking about business, success, education, you know, bettering yourself in every way, and willing to do whatever it takes. I've talked to a lot of bodybuilders, and I've explained that if we were able to take what we learned from bodybuilding and all the effort and energy we put into, say, preparing for a
Some people died.
contest, and we could take that and put that into something else, it would be amazing, the results.
Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, channel now.
Bye, have a great time.